Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Sunday Million. We're going to defend our Queen 10. We hit a queen. That's a bit awkward. Okay, we've also got a straight draw now to the king. If it's not the king of hearts, then we get the nuts. Do we get a free card to it? That'd be super nice. No, I'm going to let it go. That bet is too large. Okay, blinds go up. Ah, love the ace. Not so much the 7 offsuit. One sec. Wait, do we want to raise this if it falls around? Yeah, we would have done. We would have wanted to raise that. Oh, I think we 3-bet this. At 3-bet, just won it. Nice, nice. Nice wide 3-bet early. I like it. Makes me feel good. We're also registered for the Sunday Storm in an hour and 10 minutes. I'm absolutely amazed. I missed the first 10 minutes of this, which feels a bit bad. They moved it 10 minutes early, which is pretty unheard of. Technically, that was probably a bit borderline, but I'm very, very happy to fold the borderline stuff today. Same with this. No. I think ace 10, very different to ace 9 there. Not only is ace 10 just quite a lot better than ace 9 anyway, but... Oh, we've gone live. Nice. In real time. But also, a huge difference is the Broadway possibility with the 2 cards. The ace, king, queen, jack, 10 straight. Even just having the gut shot can make the difference in a hand sometimes. So break in 5 minutes. This is wild. Hopefully we're all settling in now. Thankfully, I'd done like 90. When I realized I was 10 minutes late, I'd done 99% of the prep. Such a big one, I decided to do it early. Yeah. You're good, Cohen. I'm always grateful to see the flop with my trash big blind hand. But you're very welcome to steal it on that flop from that trash hand. Cap, good evening. Hope you've slept half okay. I've not slept great the last few days. Partly because of the kids, partly because of me. So I need to try and get that back on track myself. But I hope you're doing okay, buddy. Great to have you here. Day's been really good, though. And it wasn't the absolute worst night's sleep. It just, I was expecting to catch up. And instead found myself slightly undersleeping when I could have done with oversleeping. Gosh, excuse me. But yeah, the actual day, got up with Zelda, got loads of cleaning done in the house, turned the house from the kid. Zelda had friends around yesterday. They had destroyed the lounge. I spent like an hour and a half cleaning the lounge. It looks great. Well, it did, but then Zach came back home and wrecked it again. But no, it's nowhere near as bad, and it'll take like 2 minutes to clean up again now. Got the kitchen sides, got all the pots done. Mrs. Rett's been doing some baking. I'd cooked for 4 last night. There was a lot of pots. we got all those done as well. So that was good. Redelivered a letter that had been sent to my house because some silly label had covered up the actual address. So the postman was like guessing which house it was supposed to go to. Very excited for the NFL. Very excited for this tournament. Went to church with Zelda. Had a good time there. Just any time, any activity with Zelda's really, really nice. Oh, this is a bit borderline. I'm going to fold. Technically, I probably should raise that. But we'll pick our moments a little bit more than that. Look at that, I'm a genius. What a terrible flop for that hand. You get a sense of these things after a while. I snuck in an off-stream fumble game with my first OWA game of the season and won, which was really nice. Got a break tackle Troll Slayer, which because of the loner isn't great, but I guess in a desperate spot could be good. Or if you could also, I was thinking, is it just desperate spots that you want to break tackle dodge the Troll Slayer? Well, later on, first of all, I want to get him dodge now. I think that'd be really cool. Like, dodge is a good skill on anyone anyway, isn't it? But, you know, now especially on him, that'd be good. But I was also thinking you could leave it till late in the turn and surprise some coaches with a Troll Slayer dodge surf attempt, right? That could be pretty huge. So that's not as bad as it could have been, but it could have been pile driver or multi-block. Could have been armbar. there's definitely stuff that could have been worse. Yeah. But I got an random on the ball thrower. I picked block on the catcher. I got 6 SP on the catcher and picked block. I'm now going to save for a stat on him. Ooh, okay. 100% raising this if Cohen folds. If Cohen raises, I've probably got to fold it, sadly. So yeah, really pleased I got to level up the catcher to block, and really pleased I random the thrower to on the ball. I love on the ball. It's really good for the one turn. It's really good for short drives. It's really good just for stabilizing. So there's tons and tons of reasons to like on the ball. It gives you blitz protection, etc. I need to get some more players now, so I don't have to play the thrower on defense. I will c-bet this, but I don't like it. I think more likely than not, we're going to end up giving up this hand. But, yeah. I'll throw in a continuation bet. There's definitely a case we made not to continuation bet this, but I think it sets kind of a good precedence. I kind of like that card. I think we have to check call this, but I hate that it's a diamond. Does it being a diamond allow me to fold this? Okay, he's bet quite small. So we're going to call. Totally missed. I can't see what he called with on the flop that we could bluff off here. Because that's the play, isn't it? Like, check, raise, bluff. It's obviously like the fold is an option, and then is there another play? And the other play is a check, raise, bluff. But if he had 10 jack, he's hit the 10. If he had diamonds, he's hit. If he had 7-6, he's hit. If he had a set, he'd already hit. Oh, and that's break. Yeah, okay, see you in 5. Woo! Elliot, let's go. Great to have you here, man. Thank you so much. Catch you in 5, dude. Sorry. Whoa, everyone's here. Simon, no, sorry, man. Good to have you there. Ham, baby, great to see you, dude. 57 months, Ham. Also, Ham! Hope you're doing well, dude. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the support. That's amazing. Let me shut my phone up. Sorry, I was just checking the NFL build-up. Sky are actually featuring my Falcons, but I'll have to miss it while we play this. Yeah, sorry, Cap. Yeah, that's a shame. Purple table, I know. It's fancy, right, Hydra? I do like this table. We didn't make it purple. This is the special World Series of Online Poker table, I think. The Sunday Millions, an event in that. So technically, if we win it tomorrow, because it's a 2-day event, we'd be an online World Poker Champion or something weird. I don't know. Oh yeah, Cap, yeah. Like, might well be my favorite team. Certainly were 2023 when they got tons and tons of skills in the Eurobowl rule set and loads of tournaments were copying it. But yeah, I absolutely love OWA. So I'll try and stream as many of the 15 games. Can't promise we'll do a 15-game run, but if it goes well, we will, and I'll try and do as many of the games as possible. Sadly, having dropped a few chips with that King Jack, we are now, like, with hindsight, I'm wondering whether I should have just not c-bet. But I wanted to set a precedence while the blinds are low. But the blinds aren't even that low. I'm so hyped for the Falcons having Kirk Cousins, by the way. It's been so many seasons since we've had a decent quarterback. Like 7 seasons, I'd say. It's a long time waiting to have a performing quarterback. We had Ryan, who was amazing, but then went off the boil at the end of his career. And then the replacement, I can't even remember his name from last year. I'm not a very good fan, am I? But yeah, the replacement was just no good. Especially when I was playing him in Madden. but even in real life, not quite as bad as my version. Still pretty bad. Yeah, it's promising for more OWA games, seeing as we won and got a couple of good level ups. We got the Apothecary as well, so I can start buying bench now. I mean, I actually start with bench. My build was with a fling, 12th player. But further bench would be good. I was lucky that both Kaz we took were badly hurt. The Tree Man and the Human Blitzer. Ah, King of Diamonds, big blind is exciting, but 2 of Hearts. Not a good accompaniment at all. Just about the worst it could have been. Yeah, like the lowest kicker offsuit it was. It was actually one of the 3 worst cards, wasn't it? Along with the club and the spade. So we will not be defending this one. Pick our moment. Keep an eye out for cheap bounties. We now do have Taz covered. We got an M of like 42 at the moment, so there's absolutely no rush. Even though we're down just a few chips, it's nothing compared to the blinds currently. Nope. 52 minutes till the Sunday Storm starts, and we'll two-table. I'll leave it at that for a bit. Hey, temporary guest. Yes, doing very well. Thank you, man. Yeah, I hope so. If ever there's a time temporary guest, rare $200 tournament. Gifted from my brother, actually. Very kindly. He's also bought us into another $100 in a couple of weeks' time. But we have a ticket ourselves for the next one. And then he's, yeah, just very, very kindly bought me a couple of Sunday Million tickets for my birthday, my 40th. Oh, Ace Jack takes it on a missed board. Nice. Against Ace 9 that had a flush draw after the turn. Oh no! well. Sorry, I say oh no. We'd have had top 2 pair. But look at this board, and the 6 makes it even worse. Now any over pocket pair beats us. Any 6 beats us. Any 7 was already beating us with a straight. No, I don't think we wanted a piece. We'd have loved the flop, because the 7 would have been the straight. We'd have had top pair. But the turn, funnily enough, giving us 2 pair would have been a bit iffy, and the river was awful. Would have been Ace 9 though. Yeah, we would have won it. And with Taz having one a hand, we're back to being the short stack, sadly. But we're also deep stacked at the moment. It's pretty unlikely. It's pretty hard to get all in at this point with anybody. If you are, you've probably both got such a good hand that it's just somebody's got a cooler. And then that's just as likely to be you as them. Big blind next hand. Okay. Well, I mean, this could be it. Queens in the big blind. Oh, wow. Oh, it's unlikely to be it. We're not getting any action. Is it going to be one of those horrible fold round when you finally got a big hand moments? No, we made an extra 250. No, he does call, and it's a horrible flop. It's just about as bad as it could get. If he's got a 6, if he's got a king, he's beating us. If he's got anything else, he's folding. So we check behind. Still the same, but less likely he's got the 6. We've got a full house. So he can't now have hit runner, straight or flush. Not that there is a runner, straight or flush out there. Okay, if he's got pocket 10s, he's beating us as well. I don't think at any point we were getting any more out of that. But we've topped up a few chips. If Taz doesn't win this hand, we've overtaken Taz. Tune, Rick, tune. Good to see you, man. Great to have you back. Sorry I've not been doing the poker as much lately. Hoping to do a bit more going forwards. Like, what I really want is a nice solid twice a week, Friday, Sunday. But yeah, school started back for Zelda in our area Monday gone. Tuesday gone. She's had her first week, barring the Monday. Zach started nursery, so it's quite a big week for us, but also now we should be back in a routine. Just got to get my sleep sorted, really. Getting my routine of diet, exercise, and sleeping well. And then that'll make me really productive in the day. Also got to get over the first back at school and nursery colds that both the kids have. See if I pick that up or not. I might already have it like low level, but not be realizing. Ah! I think because it's such a big tournament, I'm so excited to be playing this. Every time an ace or a king comes first card, I'm so hyped. And then the next card's pants. Gosh, Sunday Storm winning. Imagine winning the Sunday Storm. That's actually crazy. Hydromush, we have what looks like, great to have you here by the way, what looks like the tiniest bankroll. But we've got there's been some offers on for free tickets. So we got $40 in sports bets because of the free tickets. We also previously earned free tickets. So we're obviously in some tournaments today. We've got $130 worth of tournament tickets. So really, the fact that the bankroll looks so small is a bit of a misnomer. If everything busts, if the bets bust, if the free tickets bust, then yes, we're basically done, failed, got to restart the bankroll challenge. Fair enough. But we're a long way at the moment from all of that failing, from all of that busting. So fingers crossed. This actually doesn't count towards it. I doubt we'll cash this, but if we did, I'd have to have a real think about whether I wanted to sack off the bankroll challenge and just play higher stakes with what we win, or whether we stick to the bankroll challenge and I just withdraw this and use it for family funds, you know. Not sure. We'll cross that bridge when we probably don't come to it. Let's go, Dr. Hellboy. The man, the myth, the legend. Great to have you here, man. Hope you're continuing to pummel work records like there's no tomorrow. Like the Usain Bolt of your job. All right, table's getting a little looser and more aggressive now. That's kind of cool. Hopefully if we wake up with something, that counts for something. Okay, look. Yeah, that's fair enough. It's only coming up 20 past 6, but good job so far. Not the worst thing to have them in bed and like starting to wind down. Yeah, well, even when you take them to bed at the normal time, they can seem like they're ready, get them down, and then suddenly they're like, oh, we want to play now. Oh, no way! Wow, Toxic Matt's a great hit on Toxic Matthew, Cap. Toxic Matthew, trick pick, welcome to Rig Nation, courtesy of the man in charge of the ship, Captain Codpiece. Thank you so much, sir. Very, very generous, very appreciated. Thank you so much, man. Absolutely amazing. Woo! Oh, amazing, Cap. Amazing. Yeah, to be honest, it's a pretty early present from my brother because, I mean, it's less than a month, but something like 4 weeks. Not quite 4 weeks. It was 4 weeks on Thursday gone. So specifically, sorry, the 3rd of October. The 3rd of October, I am the big 4-0. You're watching one of the very, very final streams of Rick Reckless in his 30s. That's all we've had so far. What, 6 or 7 years? Is 30-odd-year-old Rick Reckless, but that is no more. It is to come to an end. The end of an era. In not a very meaningful sense, but in a literal sense. If Basigol isn't the one to win this hand, we'll also have more chips than them. Unlikely to matter, but could get us $50. even less likely to happen now he's the one betting the river. Blinds are going up in a couple of hands' time. They're not jumping up ridiculous amounts, though. Probably just from 500 big blind to 6. Yep, 500 big blinds to 6. Ah, quite likely on us. If we're lucky, this hand could get done before our big blind. Yeah, crazy, huh, Rickstar? Crazy to be playing this, but yeah, like I explained to a couple of others earlier, a birthday present from my brother, including another Sunday Million, a $100 one in a couple of weeks' time. We actually won a ticket for next week's ourselves, so hopefully, if we got all other Sundays free, which I think we do, then we'll do 3 Sunday Millions in a row, which is kind of exciting. Saying that, if it's a $200, it could be a $200 again in 2 weeks' time. It isn't normally, but it actually could be. If it is a $200 in 2 weeks' time, I'll have to wait another week, but not the end of the world. Whenever the next $100 is after next week, we're definitely playing next week as long as I'm free and not ridiculously ill or anything silly. And then, yeah, after that, the next $100, we're in that one as well. A big blind has been raised under the gun, and we have nothing. Absolute trash. So, what the hell? I'll auto-fold. And the blinds did go up on us, unfortunately, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Like I say, the blind jump's not all that huge, and we're super deep stacked at the moment. King 7, also not the best. Small blind, I'll just let that one go. If it was suited, I'd see what other people did. Wow, okay. We haven't had many 3-bets, weirdly. Normally when I play at this level, there's all the 3-bets, but people have been a little bit conservative on that front so far today. Very, in fact, yeah, there's really, really low 3-bet stats around the table. Even worse hand, as bad as it comes in the bun. Only in poker can you describe 2 hands as like the worst hand in poker, right? Because really it is 3-2 offsuit. But also, there's a case to be made for 7-deuce offsuit, because you can't make a straight with it, with both cards. So, in different situations, either of those hands can be the worst. We had one of them. That's what matters. It's a little bit like, at the top end, you've got pocket 2s are ahead of ace-king, suited or unsuited. Ace-king is ahead of Jack-10 suited, and Jack-10 suited is ahead of pocket 2s, right? Of course, there's no questioning the top end. Elite of the elite. The old pocket rockets, ace-ace. Gosh, if 5 doesn't win this, they are quite short stacked now, but they do, so they're fine. They're actually up a little bit. That was a big pot. Basigol annoyingly hangs on with ever so slightly more chips than us, but if they don't win this pot, the small blind takes them to the lower. We've been ahead of Taz for a little while now. We've basically just hovered on 43, 42 for a very long time. Yeah, nice, Rigstar. Nice. The only other thing we need here is Zach is cutting some of his last teeth. He'd cut a load over Christmas, and then he had a break for a few months, and now he's getting some of the back ones through. So certainly once that's out the way, everybody's sleep should improve. We hope. No, it definitely would. So that'll be another big win. But yeah, well, not yet temporary guest. It's the dream. Maybe it's a pipe dream. Maybe I'm just keeping myself sane with some undeserved hope. But it's nice to have hope. As they say, any hope other than Bob Hope and no hope. Seemed like quite a good guy, didn't he, Bob Hope? But lived to a very, very old age. But he wasn't my favourite, I must admit. On the old comedy front. Nope, nothing doing here in the middle position. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, yeah, if the first two guys here fold, we'll raise. They don't, we'll fold. Sorry. Building up the hype for nothing. If any of you are into the NFL, I could tell you what the bets we've put on are for the free tickets, and you guys can keep an eye on that. I think both the bets we've got on win us just over $40 for the bankroll if they come in. Obviously, the main thing is the free poker ticket. So there's one where we had to pick an insane amount of picks, but they could all be like heavy favorites. So bear with me on this list. Atlanta Falcons, who are playing now. Cincinnati Bengals, who are playing now. This is all NFL. Buffalo Bills, who are playing now. Yannick Sinner, who plays later today at 7 o'clock. Sweden, who plays later today at 7. So Yannick Sinner, sorry, is, for those of you that don't know, a tennis player in the US Open final. Arguably best player in the world right now. It's a pretty darn close thing between him, Alcaraz, and a very fit Djokovic, but he hasn't been fit most of this season, but he was amazing at the Olympics again. Probably the closest three-way we've had since Federer, Nadal, Djokovic were all firing. We're firing on all cylinders, which is going back a bit now. Sweden, who play Estonia at home later tonight, and finally the Detroit Lions tomorrow. When I say tomorrow, it's like middle of the night UK time, European time tonight. So that's what we're looking at on that one. The other one's way more straightforward. It's just two legs. And that's the Cincinnati Bengals again. So I really want the Bengals to win. I actually didn't think I'd bet them on the first one, which is one of the reasons why I put them on the second one, but obviously I did. And Yannick Sinner again. Okay, so Yannick Sinner and the Bengals are the big one. We had to put more. The reason why they both bring back 44 is we had to risk more on the second one to get the ticket. So we really want the Bengals and Sinner to win. If one of the others on the first bet falls, that's not the end of the world. If we get one of them in, we're pretty happy. So yeah, Sinner and Bengals, really going to keep an eye on those now that I've checked that with you guys. All right, back to the table where we're big blind now. Talked our way through the hands, and it folds around again to Cohen. This has been a running thing. He limped and we raised him last time. He limps again. We're going to check behind. This time we do hit bottom pair. Last time he bet into us that we checked behind, and we folded. So this time we're going to call. He could well bet air here very easily. We could be ahead, and if we're not, we're almost certainly drawing well. We'd be pretty unlucky if he's got something like Queen 9. Almost impossible for him to have us drawing dead. A 5 incredibly likely to put us in the lead. He could have something like ace-5. He could have anything, like any better kick than 8-5. But that's very unlikely. Okay, we picked up a gut shot with the 7 now as well. Okay, we've missed. I'm going to turn this into a polarized bluff. And see if he wants to take it. No. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. So we're right back up there. Going to fold this one. Just slightly short of the starting stack now. That means we're covering an awful lot of the stacks at the tail. Well, the 3 to the left of us. It's always these guys to the left of us. Oh, it actually folds round. That's fine. We didn't want to attempt to take that one. We will make a little, especially as we folded out, we will make a little play of this if it folds round. It doesn't fold round, so we're done with this. If it was something like 9-8 or 9-10 of clubs, I might call and defend our button here. But no, 1-gappers is a definite no-no. Not so bad for opening, not good enough to defend. It's a weird range defending. We only want to throw in a few surprise connected suitors, so we don't have to include 1-gappers. Oh, bless you, Dr. Hellboy. I bet you are. Glad it's great shape. Sorry about the staff shortage. That's something many of us know all about. I mean, staff shortage at my work generally is a good thing for me because I get to pick up some overtime, which continues to be a welcome thing currently. It's a nice balance for me. I don't really like consistency, like working exactly the same all the time. So having some weeks where I just do one 24-hour shift and have a lot of free time with the family, time to get on with home projects and the streaming and stuff, I enjoy. But then that also isn't always enough to pay the bills when stuff crops up, like fixing cars and what have you. So then getting some overtime on other weeks quite regularly is also a good thing to balance that out. Nice to have a bit of both. Now then, Store, great to have you here. Hope Blood Bowl's treating you well. I've not seen you on Fumble too much lately, but maybe you're just doing the rookie rumbles, maybe having a break. Payday in a few days, Cap. Nice. Yes, that's always good to be generous when you've got it and not wait till you haven't. I grew up with that philosophy. My dad always told me, if I've got it, you can have it. If I don't, you can't. And that doesn't get any fairer than that, does it? My dad was always as generous as he could be when he could. And then it was a good lesson as a kid. Sometimes you have to go without, and sometimes you get. Any hope you can walk away from. That's a good one too, Cap. That's a good one too. Oh. Oh, not quite. This would be really beautiful if it was suited, but no, like only from an aesthetic point of view. But it would be good enough to raise. Would be an interesting hand. But you know, we lost our chips in the first place chasing something with King Jack suited, so good excuse to fold. Not suited on this occasion. Hey, hilarity. Maybe someone else will tell you in the 7 minutes until I get to you, but my brother early birthday present, this and another Sunday Million $100 in a few weeks' time. We've got a ticket ourselves for next week's. So yeah. So he coughed up. And then we earn next week's. No. No biggie in the big blind? Didn't want to know at 1600. Really don't want to know at 5600. 15 minutes to break. Wow, that's gone fast. Got a Kapow Comics video lined up this time for the 5-minute break. About time I showed one then. They sent me some beautiful comics this week. I absolutely can't wait to read them. Love those guys. Check out the Kapow Comics links in the About section of my page on Twitch. Two wonderful human beings. The shop is their passion project. It's always really nice to support people chasing their dreams, especially good people. And good dreams, yeah, exactly, Mr. Ellis. Nope. Yeah, they both need their sleep. It could just be that they're so used to like 7 onwards, right? Or it could just be that they need that little bit of wind down. But yeah, don't worry about it. Obviously, and it doesn't look like you are, which is good. Not been hitting anything for a little while. We did manage to steal that one from Cohen. Better not pull that thing in that same situation in future. I'll have to check down with Cohen now. Don't think I can afford to risk that polarizing bet as a bluff. What I can do is value bet it wider. Yeah, I bought it for the gym. And then I've worked out like a routine where I don't have to take anything because I'm driving to change into. But it is mine. It is mine, Mr. Rose. Oh, okay. Pocket Ace in the Cough. That is definitely playable. That's playable against a raise and playable to open. And we will just flat. We will go set mining here. But what we are doing is tempting a squeeze play. We hope Nodman. There hasn't been much 3-betting, though. And indeed, there is no squeeze play. Terrible flop, unfortunately. We'll take the free card for the 8 on the turn. No, but if they were telling the truth and they don't have it on the flop, then we're still ahead. Well, unless someone has 7s, which seems incredibly unlikely. But I guess you never know. This is going to look like such a bluff if we bet. We're not bluffing. If it checks to us, we're genuinely defending our 8s. Probably Nodman folds. We're probably squeezing him out. No. That says to me Nodman has a draw. Would be really surprised if Nodman doesn't have a draw here. And that hits a lot of the draws. Hits the diamond draw, hits the straight draw. We get to check down. I was worried I was going to have to fold it. He did have a draw, but not much of one. Just trying to hit a gut shot 4. He ends up hitting a pair and losing to our 8s. Nice. Nice. We go above starting stack for the first time in a long time. I did win a very early hand. I was surprised how early this started. I was expecting 6 o'clock. The Sunday Million is always 6 o'clock, and they started at 5:30, so I missed 10 minutes until I realized. And like first hand, before I'd even started the stream, I got aces and won like not very much, but a couple of thousand. And then it ticked down for a bit from there. But we have ticked back up. We're now covering most players at the table. Just T2 and 5 ahead of us. Just in case we get lucky and get to get all in and win against them, we would get everybody else's bounty. Hey. Yeah.
There's a little brown mask which is really hard to see.
Yeah.
And I look at the jar, I've got like white.
Yeah, okay.
Spidey web around it, but yeah, like a little brown mask. Yeah, like,
I hope so. That's exciting.
that'd be pretty cool. And you get back.
Uh-huh. Yes, also there was a parcel addressed to me that I hadn't ordered, so I've just been leaving it for you. Oh, right. I'm going to make a note on my phone now I'll make a note on my computer to message my aunt. Yes, even better. Thank aunt. My aunt knitted Zelda a school cardigan. How nice is that? Super, super nice of my aunt. She's a ridiculously good aunt, I must say. Like, not had absolutely loads to do with her over the years, but she's just always so thoughtful. Really like her a lot. Birmingham, yeah, a couple of hours. What we should do is do a day visit to Leicester, because they've got a house there as well. My aunt and her husband are doctors, so they're like the rich couple of the family. Not like rich, but way better off than almost everybody else. So they've got 2 houses in their retirement, because they've got their actual house, and then they've got one near to their grandchildren to do as much helping out as possible and seeing them as much as possible, which is fair enough, isn't it? Good reason. Other than that, though, they're very charitable, good people. So yeah, what we should do, Mrs. Rettless, is go and have a day trip to see my cousins and their children, and also make sure that my aunt and uncle can be involved. If that sounds good. Well, we could just simply ask my cousins. They'd know, right? Oh, big hit to T2, who was already a little bit short stacked, only a tiny bit to be honest. No, they were basically starting stack. They are now... Oh, no, they weren't. Sorry, they were one of the ones I listed as big stacked. Right, so big hit to T2, who now is the short stack at the table as their ace-king gets a little bit coolered by aces. I think that others, like under the pram, the other side of the pram. Boom. Yes, we do. Yeah, there's a lot of shoes in there that some of which are too small for Zach, let alone. Yep. So, funnily enough, Catherine was telling a story about one of her sons that was basically exactly what Zach did. She was just like, oh, he just wasn't bothered about walking at all until 18 months and then just suddenly got up and walked, and that was it. Couldn't stop him there. Yeah. Oh. He is headstrong, isn't he? He knows what he wants. He knows what he wants. He's of his own mind, which is good, generally. Big blind next hand. As the blinds battle this one out, big blind takes it. Cohen, our old nemesis. Gosh, definitely not much of a hand again there. I can't complain that we did have queens that one time. Min raise, I'm gonna have to fold. That's embarrassing. I nearly always like to defend against min raises, but this is so bad. It's gonna look like I under-defend my big blind now, which is a shame. I don't. I promise. I just keep getting trash. Trash. Sorry, Forky from Toy Story 4 is a beloved character in this house. Probably hated by most Toy Story aficionados, but Zelda just took to it, so that's it. We've got no choice now. We all love Forky. Someone's got a stuffed Forky toy. The old ducks in the big blind. We somehow won with the eights. We actually wouldn't have won with twos because they rivered a pair, didn't they? Oh, a little bit of a family-ish pot. I like to call these family pots, but technically a family pot's everyone in. That never happens anymore. So this is as good as it gets, especially at these stakes. So a little bit of a family pot going on here. More players than you'd normally get. Oh, big blind folds with insane odds. I'd have called any two with those odds there. Okay. Everybody's saying they don't have it. If we're ever going to try and take it with the twos, it's now. We probably do have the best hand. This also might buy us a free river card to hit the two in case Cohen has something like 9-10, 9-8, ace-9. And we miss the two on the turn. We do get called. I'm just wondering if Cohen just... What would they have checked? I'm wondering if they've got a big ace and they think we're just trying to take it. They could be slow playing the 9. I'm going to take the card to the 2 because by far the best case scenario is we hit the 2 on the river. Okay. The king probably lets us get away from this, although saying that, oh no, like, he can't really have ace-king. And he has to have an ace to call us on 9-9-5, in my opinion. So he can't be betting the king. Yeah, we're going to check this down. I feel like we've got this. I think he's got ace-jack. Sixes. Fair play. Okay. So just a slightly tight check on the flop. I'd have probably bet the 6 on the flop. Not terrible to check straight to pocket threes. Back-to-back pocket pair. I think we both played that fine. We played it pretty small ball. Small bet on the flop. Check the other streets. So when we lost, we didn't lose much. Not the end of the world. Trying again straight away with the threes. At some point, we've got to hit a set. If we live long enough and we go in with enough pocket pairs, at some point, we've got to hit a set. Not yet. Not yet. I'm loving that we got to see all these flops, though. We're not getting 3-bet off anything, which is amazing. Again, we're going to... There's quite a few gut shot straights and a flush draw out here, so we're going to raise more this time. But again, we're trying to defend our pocket pair, thinking it's probably the best. But again, it might not be. But it is nice we got position. We do take it this time. Fantastic. Fantastic. Very, very happy with that. Who needs a set? Except for on pocket twos. Time for us to fold a hand. That's quite enough excitement for us. We're getting old now. We've got to keep the old heart rate down. Just over a minute until the next break. Let's get the Kapow Comics video in position. Like, part of me wants to show a classic like Exceptional X-Men, but I actually think the most interesting comics are like the non-traditional comics. I'll pause the alpha waves now. Remind me to put them on if I forget after. I normally remember after a Kapow comic video. 60 seconds. This is probably the last hand, but not 100%. Ah! Bless you, Cap. We need all types, right? Like honestly, they would, in like some trainings that I've done, they'd say that like having some warriors and overthinkers in we did get another hand. In a team, if you had like a work team for anything, is a good thing. Like as long as it's balanced out with other personality types. So it is coupled with other types of people, it is a strength. It is a good thing. But obviously, we've all got to self-regulate our strengths and weaknesses, our extremes, and what's the opposite of extremes? Lacking parts of our personalities. We got another hand in. Wowzers! This is definitely the last one now, and it's the worst hand. Got to tone down our extremes and tone up our lackings. It's got to be a better word than lackings. Help me out, chat. Yeah, in teams it's good. Nope. Nope. We took a shot. Five could have been good. Okay. Okay. I'm a little worried what he was checking behind there. We'll semi-bluff the gut shot. We got a 4 for a straight. And now we give up. Nine six suited, but they hit the 6 on the turn. Yeah, fair play. Go figure. Okay, CM5. Oh, yeah, Shorty. Get over here, Shorty. Get over here. I should make it table 2, really. Oh, no, table 2 is going to be the Sunday Million in a minute. Let's make it table 3. Shorty, you're on table 3. You're up. Where are you? There you are.
Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes.
Woo!
I'm Evelyn and Shorty. And we're going to take a little look at Duck and Cover. It's a new one from Snyder with Raphael Albuquerque working on it. And it's one of the Comixology originals. And we're going to talk about that first because I think it's well worth pointing out that the Comixology originals are absolutely amazing value for money. And I'm only bringing this up because on some of my social media things, I've seen people complaining quite a lot recently about Marvel putting out oversized stuff which is absolutely full of just cover galleries and reprinting old comic books that nobody really cares about and charging way more per page than damn near any other company in existence. And I've always gone to the Comixology stuff that Snyder's put out in terms of how much you're paying per page and how way better value it is for what you're getting. Throw into for this one, you're paying $4.99 or £4.40 in real money for a 40-odd page comic book, 41, 42 pages. But you also have a whole bunch of other stuff on there which do feel like extra. Paying $4.99 for 40 pages of comic book is a good deal. The other stuff doesn't feel like you're really paying for that. You're just getting that as a little thank you, and it involves the original idea for it, including some of the original characters, some fantastic alternate covers and early design stuff, and some really nice layout ideas. Basically, what bonus features should be, not paying for a comic book I don't care about. Genuinely, like, if nothing else, if you're simply basing your comic book purchases on, am I going to get something good value for money? Really can't go wrong with this kind of thing. But more than that, it's also a really good comic book. I don't really tell you how good Raphael Albuquerque is if you've been a fan of Snyder for a long time. They've worked together repeatedly, and they work together on stuff which looks fantastic. And this is no difference. The character designs are really cool, but it does something at the end which makes it look even better. And with that in mind, I read this comic book not knowing what to expect, as I often do. I don't read synopsis that often. I'll basically get a look at the cover and some internal artwork and get a vibe for a comic book. And I am going to talk about the thing that happens at the end to a certain degree. I'm not going to really spoil too much, but just in case you don't want to get it spoiled, if you want to read it completely fresh like I did, then go read your comic book and then come back and watch this, if you still care. So, we'll worry about that in a second. Let's talk about the writing first, in fact. Let's change it up a little bit, because I usually do concentrate on the artist first, but the writing, it does something which I was surprised how much I like, because I go to Snyder mostly for really cool concept stories. He's fantastic at his plotting, he does really intricate storylines throughout, and he brings characters in really interesting ways, and he plays with the world really effectively, and that's mostly what I get from him. Most of the time, though, I'm a character-first kind of reader. I prefer to have really intricate characters, and then when the story happens to them, it makes it better because the characters are already well established. Not what I go to Snyder for, and it's not a criticism, it's just it's what he does really well. I'm not saying he doesn't write good characters, but I generally don't get as attached to those as I do tell people about the amazing stuff that happens in the story, rather than this character was amazing. It can happen, and in this particular case it does, because we have a main character who is fantastic, really well realised very early on, and also very early on the fact that a person of colour in 1950s America becomes exceptionally relevant, and I like the fact that it's never something people shy away from. A lazier writer could have put this character in there to basically then have an over-the-top, like, ridiculously racist stereotype to be like, yeah, see, racism bad, kids. But in this, we actually get more of a view that it is institutional issues which cause him problems. It's stuff like schooling and law enforcement, things which affect everyone, but affect people of colour in very different ways. Not just that, but also just societally in general. There isn't just one bad guy who's like, yeah, he's clearly the villain because he doesn't like the person of colour. Just people don't like people of colour in this world, and Japanese people in this world, because it's 1955 America. It was a time when people were racist. Sorry. It's also a time when people were racist. But we do have the really cool story as well, and here we get to the point where it does kind of go, not off the rails, I was about to say, it gets way more than I thought it was going to be. I was expecting a kind of Red Dawn-esque kind of thing, which it does go to a certain degree, but the actual Red Dawn moment is way more than I was ever expecting. There's a really nice kind of play with the idea of the comic being called Duck and Cover and what that means, but then everything that follows on from that is ridiculous and over the top and beautiful and amazing and looks fantastic, and Albuquerque absolutely knocks it out of the park. Not just in terms of the really cool high sci-fi concept artwork he does and the action sequences he does, but there's one thing he does
Sunday Storm
particularly well before that. We have a scene involving multiple groups of people, each group with multiple people with their own individual reasons behind what they're doing in there and their own individual character design in there. And it's all happening in one place, leading towards a melee of some description. And it's done so effectively, both through storytelling and art, that at no point do I ever feel lost. I'm never wondering where somebody is, even if they're not in frame. I know where they are, because it's all done really well. And some people might be thinking, but surely this should just be like how comic books are. No, I literally reviewed something earlier on this week which didn't do this as well and was a little bit stilted and the action sequence was a little bit broken up. And that was only really involving one group of people and one flashpoint. This is far more complex and works better. Even straight to Netflix streamed movies, especially of the action genre, don't have visual storytelling this good and desperately need better editors. This is brilliant. I'm not 100% sure it's going to stay with me in the way that all of his stuff has done, but I'm absolutely going to check out the next issue. and like some of them, it might not be one I'll pick
Sorry,
up
Shorty. We got Ace Queen in the Sunday
I'm
Storm.
almost certainly going to be buying the trade when it finishes. I want to have the chance to basically go back and read this again from the start and see how the foreshadowing plays out through the rest of the comic book. All in all, genuinely great. That's it for me for now, though. I think that might be it for my reviews this week. I'll see if I've got anything else to talk about. If I don't see you anytime soon, though, look after each other, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.
Thank you, Shorty. Another amazing review, I'm sure. I absolutely love watching them. Get the alpha waves back on. Get the correct information here. PKO, yeah? PKO. We can actually zoom out for the old 2 table. Actually, no, but yeah, we've got Ace Queen here, and the other one's waiting for the break to finish, so let's zoom out for now. Not zoom out for now, rather. Zoom in for now. The opposite. Good evening, Jay Buzzer. Great to have you here, man. We're just a tiny bit down at the moment, but like barely anything. We've just been slightly up, slightly down. Wow, a lot of calls. We're not even in position with our Ace Queen. We do hit. We hit top. We hit the old top. 4-handed in quite a big pot straight out the gate. No messing around. Oh no! Now the 2 draws, King Jack and the Spades, have just hit. I'm going to zoom out because we're betting the Sunday Million. Oh my goodness, we've hit the full house. They've got the flush. They've got the straight. We hit the full house, baby. Immediate bounty. No, they got 48 chips more. How? How did they have 48 chips more? I actually don't understand. All right, we take the pot in the Sunday Million. That's really, really good. And we do exactly the same thing again in the Sunday Storm. Awesome to start with a double up, but 48 chips away from making a bounty. Gutting. But we could be about to take it now. He's thrown it in now. Oh man, what a shove. What a shove. Ah. Okay. Even with the bounty, I think it's a fold. It's a fold. There'll be more bounties later. We can't be playing queens with King Jack suited, and we would have lost. Well done, queens. Good time to get queens. Good time to get queens. All right, let's get back into the rhythm. That was some excitement. Oh my goodness. Talking of excitement. It just doesn't stop. Where was this last hand for a bounty? Free bet fold. Okay, duly noted. I nearly flattered it. Maybe I should have done. Maybe I should have flattered it. At least we won a bit. Right, nothing in the Sunday Million this hand. Checking for short stacks there. They're worth $50. Can't be ignoring that. Pocket fives in the Storm on the button. That's obviously much more of a hand. Picked up a really rubbish gut shot to go with that pair. They do have overcards though. We're ahead and we've got a draw. If they've got an overpair that isn't tens or eights. No, eights is good. Oh, we got a hand in the million as well. All right, we're less interested now in the Sunday Storm hand. It's time to let that one go. If we were ahead on the flop, we almost certainly weren't after the turn. All right, ace jack suited. Hope we get through to the flop part of this hand. Would be nice to be in position as well. Players sitting out, that's weird. What are they on chip stack wise? Oh, open-ended straight draw. That's weird. 56,000, wowzers. We continuation bet because we're semi-bluffing. We get called. We hit top pair at just about the worst time to have top pair. Top pair, top kicker, where a queen and a 7 is a straight, and he checks to us. So we've almost certainly got it. Saying that, though, honestly, he could have a set or two pair and just be like, I can't bet this with the straight out. No, he's got the poor man straight. Wow, even that. Gosh, I would have expected the value bet for the poor man straight. But we made the right decision. We lost the minimum. We're not doing too bad. No, I was just folding some hands on the Sunday Storm whilst was trying to let poor Shorty finish up, but then we got ace queen, so I kept his audio and cut off his picture early. Poor guy. I haven't raised in a while here, so this is not a hand that sees a flop particularly well. He called last time as well. It's nice to be playing it in position. But he does call us. We hit an open-ended straight draw. Okay. I guess we'll take the card. It feels a little bit too risky that he'll check raise at this point. Ooh, Jack's in the Storm. Jack's in the Storm. Okay, we really want a 4. A 9 would be interesting. Nine of diamonds as well. About the worst hit we could have had, but it's still so good. It's still very, very good. Yeah, he just had king 2. And now he knows that we're playing back at him, so I'll remember that. All right, we 3-bet. I slightly over 3-bet. That should have been 400, not 450, but not the end of the world. Oops. And he calls. And I'm going to pretend with it, but oh boy, is that the worst flop for pocket jacks that you could possibly imagine. Ah, really, Distorter? Darn. I don't... This isn't the worst card. First of all, it makes it less likely he's got an ace. Secondly, a lot of people... Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Has he just let us in? I really hope he's just let us in. Please call. Please ship us that bounty. Ship us all those beautiful chips and that bounty. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. No! I really think he could have done. Good fold. Well played. Well played. What a crazy river that was. Crazy. Full fold. T2 is certainly not going crazy just because he's down to 20,000. He's been sat on that for a long time. Obviously, we want to try and pick him off if we can. Yeah, it's true, J-Vaz, it's true. It doesn't mean that that wouldn't have been the right play, but that certainly happens. And it might mean that it wasn't the right play. That's definitely what we protected against. It's hard to say. I do suspect it was just about the correct play to flat, but it was very close. Yeah, we shouldn't beat ourselves up on sort of borderline decisions. The Bengals are losing and don't have the ball, by the way. Talking of teams that we need to win at those bets. Just had a quick look at the score on Google. There's a chef who served 13 prime ministers that's just retired. Wow. Right, let me see if I can work out how far back that goes without cheating. So we've got one Labour now. We had 5 Conservative, so that's 6. And then 1 Labour, 7. Oh my goodness, 13 is going to go back miles. And then we had 2 Conservative. Is there like any stand-ins? Yeah, maybe there was like a deputy prime minister that was like briefly acting prime minister, because I can't believe he could have served 13. I guess he could have done, but this is getting crazy. I've lost track now. Did I say 5 Conservatives? So 6, 7, 8, 9 gets us back to like 1979, and then there was like 2 more in the 70s. So that's 11. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember. You know how I wasn't born for 20 years in the 60s. I'd just have to guess early 60s. No, he looks super young. Not super young, obviously, but not like as ancient as he'd have to be serving in the 60s. It could be an old picture. Apparently he has been doing it for 50 years. But that would be the 70s. Yeah, there must have been some... I want a list of these prime ministers. There must have been some deputy prime ministers. Ooh, okay. Early twos in the million. If Cohen raises, we're out. If Cohen folds, we're in. Hot darn, we're in. We haven't raised much either. You'd think we get some respect. Taz is very short stacked. Okay. Oh, 2-2 has got his chips back. Would have loved a Taz shove and then a fold round to us there. Wasn't to be. We still don't hit our set. Weirdly, we pick up a gut shot to raise this with. That takes us just back over starting again. Not bad at all for pocket twos. And for us continuingly. We've done very, very well with pocket pairs, considering we've missed every single set. He reckons he has served 13 prime ministers. This is the worst journalism ever. Good job, BBC. Right. If one of you doesn't mind. It's from 1974. Is there any way that could be 13 prime ministers? I have it as 11. Gordon, I know I missed Gordon Brown. Oh, okay. So that's 12. Okay. I've got to find one more. What other mistake could I have made? Who could I have missed? Can't believe I forgot Gordon Brown. King Queen. I won't zoom out just yet. There's a world in which we play Jack 9. I'm actually playing against a new player on the table with the Jack 9. That's interesting. See if they want to play. They do. We miss. Are we defending King Queen? Under the gun? Probably not. Hussein is instantly bullied us off a pot. Well played, Hussein. With ace 4. Fair play. Brilliantly defended. Darn it. I'm going to cement my reputation as raising light. I have hardly raised the button yet. Of course, what we really, really want is to hit here and get paid because we were raising light. Okay, bottom pair. In position this time. We need to defend it. Raising on the other table as well. Okay, that just takes the blinds instantly. Basagal having a deep think. Calls. All right, we check now. Try and find a 6 or a 3. Maybe I need to call that. I'm pretty pleased I folded, I think, for the most part, but there is an argument that I need to call those. Now that I've folded one, I could definitely call, like, the next one. Maybe because I was already playing... Because I'd already shown weakness of the hand before, I should have called. I don't know. Oh, good. All right, see what we get on the Sunday Million, and then we'll zoom in on the King Jack suited if nothing, and if nobody raises over there. So far, no. I was going to say a short stack, but I'm just getting my tables confused. 8,000, not much of a short stack. Are we late enough to call? In the hijack? What's the 3-betting like at the table? Not much. What's their raise percentage? Very low. Okay. 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 We'll wait. Sorry, back to 2 tables. Fold, fold. Fold, 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 fold. We're close to being the short stack at the table now. The small blind, slightly smaller. Oh. But we're obviously getting to the point in the tournament. It's been running nearly 2 hours now where the average stack is creeping up beyond the starting stack. So us just hovering back and forth around starting stack is generally going to be shorter stack now at the table. Fold. Big blind on both tables next. Let's time it well. Let's get something. No, you go ahead and say anything, Cap. We'll just shoot the breeze slowly. Not a good big blind in the storm, where we're otherwise doing well. A little bit down in the million, but again, related to the blinds, not short stacked, which is really the thing that matters most, other than for bounties. Might be about to be the short stack on the table if T2 wins this hand. But Bazagol is currently the aggressor. T2 doesn't want to go away yet, though. I think I counted Liz Truss. I said 5 Conservative. So it's Cameron, May, Johnson, Truss, Sunak. I actually think I have to call this 10-5. We're getting such crazy odds. Absolutely dreadful hand, though. And rightly misses, if there is such a thing. Domlet, baby! 39 months. Thank you so much. 3.25 years. Holy smoke. Thank you, Domleb. Hope you've had a wonderful weekend. Great to have you here. Let's end it with style. Yep, we can now we can let go of 10-5. Not feeling any guilt about that. No. Ooh, bottom pair. We can check call this. Miss the turn. And we take it. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That's really, really nice to win those few chips. They had Jack 7 suited. Let's go. We did to them what Hussein did to us. Oh, did they 3-bet? I couldn't work out what happened then. Did they 3-bet that? They must have done. Yeah, they 3-bet and they folded. Yeah, okay. So for some reason at the moment, 5. I keep calling them 5. It's like F exclamation mark VE. That is 5, isn't it? Yeah, that's what they're going for. 5 aces. Yeah, 5 aces is betting very, very wide all of a sudden. Yeah, kind of every leader around the world at that time probably took some degree of undeserved flack for that cap, yeah. I mean, in a sense, due to lack of regulation, governments deserved some flack, but like in a longer term sense than your current economic policies are causing this sort of thing. 6s in the storm, and it folds around to us on the button. Nice. Very nice. This is a much stronger hand than we'd often raise with on the button. So we're going to hang in there against strength back to a degree. Do we hit our first set of the day? No. Do we take it with the C-bet anyway? No. Ah, dear. Thank you. Oh. Let's put in a large raise. Because if we've got the queen. I think I had a real strong feeling he had a jack or a 10. So I think a nice big raise if we had the queen was a good bluff. Sunday Storm continues to go well. Sunday Million continues to go pretty much on the fence. Still an hour and 40 minutes late registration in the Sunday Million. Would have had top pair here, not that that means much. Oh, Bascol got a bounty at some point. Good for Bascol. The only one so far in 2 hours. One bounty in 2 hours. That wouldn't have been the case back in the day. Who's the 13th Prime Minister? This is driving me crazy. He could have just miscounted by one, but the fact that I missed Gordon Brown is now really making me think that I've missed somebody. It was a crazy long stretch, though, wasn't it? Thatcher, Major, Blair. From the start of Thatcher to the end of Blair for 3 prime ministers. You consider Johnson trusts Sunak versus Thatcher, Major, Blair. It's absolutely insane. There must have been somebody briefly in the 70s that I just don't know about. Douglas Hulme. Ah, thanks. Thanks, Tim. If that's the answer, that'll do. When was he? Was he like a brief 70s Prime Minister, or was he more recent? But that's probably it. That's probably the one I've missed. I'm looking forward to you telling me in 7 minutes' time. But yeah, I appreciate that. I'll stop thinking about it now, which is good. I can focus on the Pokemon. Ace Deuce in the Sunday Storm. Let that one go. See what we get in a moment. Oh, wow. Bassingall. Turning it on big to Nodman. Nodman going to be the short stack here. We're ahead of 3 stacks now if Nodman folds. And if Nodman calls. Oh, I guess if he calls and loses, we're only ahead of 2. But if he calls and wins, we're also ahead of Bassingall. Hey, welcome back, Simon. We are... sorry, I'll put it on both tables again. We are very, very slightly down in the Sunday Million. Absolutely nothing really gone on there for the entire time almost. And we are just over doubled up in the Sunday Storm. Normally I'd love being just over doubled up with the Sunday Storm, and to a degree I do. Especially as like this isn't a bankroll one really. The Sunday Million and the Sunday Storm one is. But bankroll challenge that is. Obviously they're all bankroll. But gotta be honest, it doesn't feel the same when you're in a $200, you know, getting quite as hyped for your double up in the $10. But if I was to win it, like whatever it is, 10,000 more, I don't know. Don't know what Sunday Storm jackpot is these days often. It'll go down from what it's saying right now, but just as an example, it's currently saying, yeah, about 13. At a guess, because you got to add the bounties, about 13,000, yeah. So yeah, something like 10,000, just over. That would help in life. It's a weird one, 13,000 for me, because if I made twice that, or even 1.5 times that, I could look at converting the loft, which would be life-changing. But I couldn't do that with 13,000. I don't think. I could have a look, but I strongly suspect that would be significantly short. And even if somebody was like, oh yeah, we could just about do that, you don't really want to risk it. You don't want to like spend the 13,000 and then stuff's come up, especially in a 120-year-old house, right? Even if it's workmen you trust, jobs can get bigger and more expensive. Just ask the government. So other than being very sensible with it, I guess I could start the fund, right? I could like create a savings account for it and save more. That would be the smart thing, wouldn't it? So there we go. You know, obviously would never complain about winning 13,000, but just wouldn't know instantly what to do with it is all I'm trying to say. What would be tempting, I guess, would be to bankroll a lot of it actually for the poker. Could play some like slowly work our way up. See how we do it like $10 MTTs again. And if that looks like it's profitable, step it up, rinse and repeat. It means that we've made a note on him. He made a 3-bet. He re-raised our raise pre-flop, and then we raised again, and he folded. Which is not exactly unlikely, but unusual, but it is noteworthy. It's good to know that. Oh, I need to make the usual point to Mrs. Reckless that if one of these tournaments, as very unlikely as it is, it's never even come close to happening, we survive until the next day, which I think today finishes at like 1 a.m. UK time. So that's like 12 a.m. sorry, UTC. I probably want to swap which mornings we're taking the kids to school. Because as it stands right now, I'll probably do tomorrow. And Mrs. Reckless will do Tuesday. A 6 in the Sunday Million. It's not set my heart on fire. Not like Rocky theme tunes. Pretty hard to even call this min raise. Wait for something better. Early position raise obviously tends to mean a lot stronger. If it was like a button raise, we definitely could have gone for something. No, not going to defend the small either. Never mind. Never mind. Rubbish small blind in the Sunday Storm. Little bit of a button in the million. A raise will take us off it though. Was not that much of a button. Oh, it smells nice, love. Steak and toast, is it? Mash. Me and my eyesight. Oh, Mrs. Redder, sorry. The normal Sunday thing of, in the incredibly unlikely case of, and it's never ever happened, I make it to day 2 of either of these, which would be amazing. Could do with swapping the take kids to school days. I just mean Monday, Tuesday. Just swap Monday and Tuesday around. You said you were doing more, so I thought you were back to doing...
I
Oh, you said you were going. Okay. No, I thought we were. I don't know where my chain's gone for my ring. Yeah. Okay. Oh, raising the Sunday storm. Oh, okay. Now we're talking in the million. We put in a raise. We hit an absolute monster draw. Let's see what they said they've got. I hope they don't have pocket twos. We just take it down. Okay. Good pot to win. Yeah, because I do when you work for the bedtimes and Thursdays, and you do the Tuesdays and when I work. That's always what it was before the summer holidays, and then changed it for the summer holidays, but then. Oh, but you're not doing every night. I'm doing Thursdays and Wednesdays. Yeah, but I do every morning except for Tuesday. It's 2 each. Thursday isn't every night here, is it? Yeah, on a Thursday. No, that's right. Yes. Yeah. But, yeah, so you were saying 3 and 3, and I was saying 2 and 2. Okay. I guess I fold the ace-4. It's a bit early. Okay, yeah. So it'd be a different day, sorry. It'd be a different. Yeah. I think before the summer holidays, for the most part, you were on maternity, weren't you? So that kind of fitted in. I'm thinking back to maternity, which isn't that much longer back than the summer holidays. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, it was a different day of the week, so I have confused you there. But yeah. And point being, ignoring all that, point just being that if I end up super, super late into the night on one of these, if you could do the morning, that'd be amazing. And I'll pick up. Cheers. Oh, really, Cap? Sorry to hear that, man. It's a huge amount of money. Like, it's almost like too big for me to know what to do with. That's the thing. But the one project I know what I'd do with if I got enough money is even bigger. I feel like I've played back a lot on the Sunday Million. So I'm just Just letting this one go through. Yeah, you can take it. I didn't have any piece of that. I didn't want to know. Oh, okay. I was going to try and make it 2 tables again, but pocket kings, baby. We have hardly 3-bet, sadly, so this looks a bit suspicious, but I think we've got to. They've been very tight as well. They're short stacked, though, so this is kind of interesting. Oh, this looks like we're squeezing now, which is kind of cool. Initial razor folds. Cohen, who hasn't done a lot of folding to us, would be in position as well. Yeah, I guess we want to... I've got to want to call, haven't I, with kings? I've got to want to call. I was thinking like, it wouldn't be bad to take the pot now, but I'm being chicken. Yeah, he folds. Okay. Okay, so we're slightly up again. The merry-go-round continues. I'm going to tighten up my opening range in small blind and button slightly because I've been found out a bit. Oh, I was going to say it was Bounty City. How much is this second raise? Darn it, I can't. It's not displaying the 5,000. Oh, yeah, I can see because I got no much to call. 5,800 to get 2 bounties with King 9. I think this is a call, you know. The big stack has ace, jack. Oh my goodness, we've hit the 9. But, oh, the jack comes in. We win. Nothing. The jack absolutely wrecked us. Because it gave the straight to ace to the king, queen. And the pair to ace, jack. We were ahead on the flop. The dream was alive and well on the flop, and then it died. A horrible, horrible death. We could shove this if we get a fold from team. Nope. Okay. Well, we made a play. Back to 2 tables. So we win a little bit in the million. We lose quite a bit in the... We're still a nice bit up, but we lose quite a bit in the storm. Bounty hunting. But I do think it was the right call for 2 bounties. A really, really weird spot where there was a tiny stack and a short stack. We had the chips to spare. It's funny because the more chips you've got, the less valuable gaining chips is in a tournament. So in a non-bounty tournament, we're just like, oh, we don't want those chips that much. It's really, really easy fold. And then as soon as bounties come in, just totally flips the maths. Okay, ace king in the million. We saw, was it T2 again? A ton of trouble with it earlier versus aces. Went really short stacked, managed to fight his way back. Say really short stacked, like down to half the starting stack. We don't get 3-bet, but we're going to be out of position. And we missed the flop. Can't see Bassingall folding this, really. I've played really, really ABC so far, in that I've always, like, raised, let myself be floated. Folds the river, let's go. Oh, baby. I finally picked a moment to, like, stand up to that. I'd let myself be bullied quite a bit so far, like, somewhat deliberately in those spots. I played that as if I had ace-10. And suddenly, we find ourselves up a reasonably decent amount for the first time in the Sunday Million. So we got all the slightly below, and in one case, quite a bit below starting stacks covered now. Would we rather have our chips or Bassingall's bounty? Probably Bassingall's bounty, to be honest. Pretty close. Wow, wanted to break. Well, that's good timing. Now we actually have ace-10, but I'm gonna keep it tight for now. I will, however, show you where we've had nothing to date. Our under-the-gun ace-queen suited in the Sunday Storm. In what might be the last hand of the hour. Too sweet to be sour. It is break, but I'm not automatically folding this. It's break on the other table, so I know it's break. Yeah, we're going to call. Ugh, ay caramba. I bet out too much here. Why did I bet out that much? Should have been 30%. Not 66. We've now picked up a gut shot as well. So I think we could check call this. Also, the 10 would probably be amazing. Raised pre, called my flop bet. Raised. Okay. CM5. Woo! Doing a little bit better in the Sunday Million. Excited for that. Excited for that. Feels good, man. Long way to go. Haven't even made a bounty yet. Love to have a little bit of NFL update. Hello, Mitchie. Even for me, that was too weak.
Starting thinking that
Maybe.
then you just have to tell. You
Have to.
get too low.
The idea slightly turns my stomach after I start with that. But yes, in time I will come back.
That's what I was told him. I put myself and the tea bag through all in one thing, so it's like, and then.
Glad you looked after yourself when you were poorly. It's a start. Here we go. Under the gun next in the million. Ooh, tempting defense of the small. Yes, there you go, love. You're welcome. You're welcome. Wow, and there it is, the nut flush draw. Nearly thought maybe it hit the entire flush for a second. Overcard as well. Pretty big. Pretty big. So we'll come out firing. We've got the original Razor out. That's really good news. The final player. Hangs in. We miss, but we pick up a straight draw. As much as I want to semi-bluff this again, if they were calling on the flop, what I don't want is to get check raised, so I'm happy to check call. Sorry, not check raised, re-raised. I'm still barely interested in hitting an ace. Obviously, the value of that has slightly gone down, but the heart or the jack, oh, baby. Oh, flip. Well, they could have a smaller busted flush draw. It's also got to have not hit one of the pairs. Doesn't feel super likely. Huh. Well played. Pocket threes to try and pick this back up again. We're back where we started. Including the fact that we missed out on that bounty. It's funny how these things turn around. We were... Oh, let's zoom out because we got twos on the other table as well. We were doing so well on the Sunday Storm and down on the million. We're now up on the million, although not by as much, and down on the Storm. Oh, it might be bounty time. Oh my goodness. They've both gone all in. It's a new player. Double bounty for threes. New player. I can't do it. Not against the new player. I got to fold. Oh, just ace eight. Oh, they would have hit. Okay, cool. The twos miss. The threes missed. And we're still yet to make a set. Oh yeah, I'm with you, Cap. That's a nice deal. That's a nice classic kind of family situation, isn't it? I'm gonna fold this. Yeah, I'm folding this regardless. I'm folding this regardless. I really want to pick up something before going in against Hussein or Basagol again. Sane is now the short stack at the table, and Basigol's second, so maybe that means I should have raised. Oh, saying that. Seeing Basigol raise here, I'm glad I didn't. Oh, we'd have lost that on the river. That would have been a ridiculous river for us. Wow, how did Hussein go so crazy with ace-9? Absolutely wild. Against Pocket Jacks. Basigol gets yet another bounty. Man, to be Basigol. To be Basigol. The only player I think we've seen pick up a bounty other than T2, who was short stacked and then fought their way back and picked up a bounty. So yeah, gosh, goes to show. Stick around. Good things can happen. Blinds up probably next hand unless these two fold quite fast. Yeah, it's going to be borderline. Next hand it is. Pocket fives under the gun in the storm. Let's give that a go. I'll zoom back out if we get a hand now in the million. Oh, bounty hunting. Unless we get bullied off again, which seems to be happening a lot. How did Fake Caesar lose all their chips? Last hand, it seems like we get pushed off again. What is going on? Oh, wow. Oh, I want to be in this so bad. We're due. Like, we've got to hit the set now as well because we've missed all the others. It's a guaranteed 5 on the flop. Nope. And we'd have lost to the 10 hitting. Take 10-3. Wow. We'd have lost to it with the 5s. The problem more than anything, Ham, is just time. If I had time, I would enjoy dabbling. Again. Sorry to be pedantic, but I don't feel like I've ever been in Blood Bowl 3 as far as coming back's concerned, but I understand the phraseology. But yeah, would I start playing Blood Bowl 3? Yeah, if I find the time, I'd dabble. I'd already dabble though. Like, yeah. To be honest, I'm more interested in trying to like I do like playing Stunties a lot, but I'm more interested in taking one of the sevens in the sevens, yeah. Sevens in the storm. I'm more interested in taking like one of the really bad non-stunty teams and trying to build them into something with randoms. Like Imperial Nobility or Black Orcs. It's so funny to me how the 2 box races are so bad. It makes sense that like it's good from a business point of view though, isn't it? Like give the best possible deal for like the pretty much the worst 2 races in the game. I'm not saying like absolutely the least statistically winning, but stunties have redeeming features, right? As far as playing is concerned. Not a lot redeeming about Imperial Nobility. I love the power terrible they are. You give me anything terrible, I'll fall in love with it. Like skills, races, you name it in a game. Like when I did rarely play some D&D type games, I'd be like, what's the worst class? What's the worst perks? Gimme. Oh, I just said you had to go out. Oh. Yeah, maybe I should have phrased it as had plans. Yeah. Just one word different. But yeah, the difference still being like, if she'd said no, and I couldn't get anyone else, I wouldn't have worked. So yeah, I know. I know she doesn't mind anyway. That's the main thing. Sorry, our friend helping with childcare just for a couple of hours, so I can pick up some overtime. I was very close to being free for like a 24-hour overtime shift, but there was like a couple of hours at the end that we couldn't quite marry. Yeah, Jay Vazza, that's the dream. That's the dream. I hope so. I'll keep plugging away at the storm. Been a bit unlucky, but we're still in it. Only an hour to go till late registration. Sorry, I should 2-table now. Only an hour to go till late registration ends. In the million. If we suddenly win a decent sized pot, not even like talking bounties, but if we got like 50% more of our stack or something, that would be very interesting. In regards to caching. It's not been our tournament for bounties so far, but it could be our tournament. If we make the cash. What is the min cash at the moment? The min cash is 191 as it stands. That might go down a little bit. And the reason it's so low, despite it, like 191 isn't low at all, it's huge. But compared to like a 215 buy-in, it's a little bit less than the buy-in, right? Whereas normally you'd be looking at nearly double. It's because of the bounties. It basically halves it. Oh, no, sorry, love. So, Nathan found like a water feature for the garden that me and Dave have chipped in with. All right, hand in the Sunday Storm. I can double check in the chat. What was the other thing you wanted me to do earlier, love? No, that wasn't it. It wasn't to do with the birthday. There was something else you asked me. I was going to make a note on my phone. I think... No, it was after that. No, I've put that one down already. Oh! Not flush draw! I'll do the C-bet that I would do. Hope they bite, but I suspect we're just going to pick this one up. I say I hope they bite. What am I about? If they bite, they've probably got the king. And we'd be a slight underdog. No, we kind of want them to fold. We got ace high. But we don't hate if they bite. If they call and we hit the club, we're delighted. That's for sure. That does not happen. So now we want to take the... Now we're afraid of a check raise. So we want to take the free card on the river and hope to hit either an ace or a club. A 10 might be good. Obviously, the club way better than the ace. We are just not hitting tonight. The only thing we're really beating now is a smaller flush draw. Hi, Karumba. Okay, 10-9 in the big blind. So what was I doing now? What was I typing in now? Sorry, Rob. You just told me to type something. No, you did. Find out for the wives
Yeah,
if they're getting anything else. Yeah, but that wasn't the thing earlier, but that's fine. One of us will remember at some point. Oh, and now we got Ace 10 suited in the Sunday Million. Oh, we've just right. I'm gonna have to zoom out because we just hit top pair with the 10-9. Small raise, we re-raise. Ace 10 is a very, very dry flop. Okay, we now got a flush draw, but we don't love the ace. Okay, we win the Sunday Million hand. Pretty happy with that. Pretty happy. Just to take that with the c-bet. Zoom in here a sec then. I want to slow this down a bit now. Oh, this is a hard one if he bets big. Flip me. The turn and river have not been kind. We're getting really short stacks as well, but I just don't think we've got this one. No, we could. We absolutely could. The flush. So nearly folded. Never mind. It wasn't like it was that many chips. We got an M of 9, which means play pretty darn tight aggressive now. We'll pick our moment with a decent hand. Hopefully people will want our bounty and double us up. Is the new plan. In the Sunday Storm. Let's zoom out. If we make anything in the million, even like one bounty, we're happier than if we like cash the Sunday Storm though. Not that it meant much, but I can't believe we didn't make one bounty in the Sunday Storm. Been so close. We've tried so many times. Indeed, store, exactly. Oh, you mean like nursery fees? So you'd be doing both the Monday and the Saturday 1 week? Yeah. One in November? Yeah, that seems alright. Write it on the calendar, please, my love. Heavy wrestle. Is this gnomes? Ah, sorry about the 40% cap. We are Distorter, we are. I very kindly got bought in for my birthday. Yes, sorry, yes. I meant the original box set, because you got the instruction manual, which sells for a fortune as well, right? And a bunch of star players, so it was, I would say, by far the best value compared to anything else. There might be some exceptions I'm not thinking of, but for the most part. Yeah, we actually don't need to go crazy yet in the Storm. We can wait it out for a while. We just got to play tighter, but we can wait it out for a while. until the blinds go up a couple of times and go through us a couple of times. And then we have to go crazy. But right now, it's just stay tight, don't panic. One double up and we're back above average again. There might be some short stacks we can pick off. That's a raise, though, in the hijack. That is good enough. No doubt. Man, there's some heavy 3-betting at this table, though. Including this small blind. Small blind and button have been very, very heavy 3-betters so far. They don't this time. We do get called by the big, and we hit top pair. This might be make or break time. This is the kind of tricky, trappy player that 3-bet us and then folded earlier. And yeah, there we go, the check raise. We call. We're ahead, but they've got a runner on a flush draw and a straight draw. They missed the turn. They missed the river. And there it is. And there it is, just like that. We are right back in the Sunday Storm. Into Ace Jack. Come on, Russ. Shove. We raise. Russ shoves. We finally take a bounty. Cherry on the cake. Should have zoomed in before. Zoom in now. Because that's definitely what's going to happen. No! No, we get 3-bet by the heavy 3-betting Raf. We just don't have the hand out of position against somebody with more chips than us to call that. Okay. Okay. He just saw us do it with Queen 10 suited, didn't he? But it's all good. Small blind in a moment, I think, on the million. Blind's up. So we dodged it on the big blind. That's good. Not much of a small blind. It's fun at the lower stakes because you get limpers. You don't, like, limpers pretty much don't exist at high stakes anymore. It was always rarer than low stakes, but it's gone even more extreme. Like, this is quite a nice hand to top up versus limpers. Oh, we got a new guy to the left now. Well, let's start again then. Here we go again with the small blind to big blind raise. Nice. C-bet takes it. Let's go. We hit bottom pair. Successfully protected it. Ace 10 under the gun. Yeah, and there is the short stack still. Okay. Because of the short stack, maybe I should be doing this anyway, but particularly because of the short stack, we're going to raise Ace 10 offsuit under the gun. Raf doesn't re-raise this time, but Russ doesn't make the desired shove. So we're going to have to just try and take out what's there. We'd be very happy just to take the blinds. This is almost as weak as it gets for us under the gun. It probably is. Probably is the weakest hand we'd raise under the gun, arguably. I do raise stuff like pocket 2s, 10-9 suited, stuff like that. So you could say 10-9 suited is worse, but in some regards, in some senses, not so much. Wow. What a weak flop. I can squeeze Doc here, which is nice. If the blind checks. So we might be able to take this as if we've got a pocket pair. If anyone else has a pocket pair, I don't think they'll go away. Doc does get squeezed out. Team checked. So there's always a good chance they're then going to fold. Oh, we're going to raise in the million as well. So let's zoom back out. Yes. Okay, we take it. Fantastic. In the storm. Probably not playing the ace-2 offsuit in the storm big blind. So let's zoom in on our raise here a second. Nice. That's good. You would, yeah. You never explained. Like, don't tell me now because I need to concentrate on the poker. Oh, flush draw, and overcards. This could be it. Oh my goodness, me and Tur could go for it here. Yeah. You sent me some rows over Christmas to show me something, but you didn't include the names. You cut the names off, so I couldn't tell anything about it. Oh, I missed that. We've hit the flush. We've hit the flush. Do we check behind? Or do we carry on betting? I think we carry on betting. Okay. Sorry, love. Not right now. I think we flat this. Fantastic. I mean, they could have the nut flush. We're just super unlucky if they've got the nut flush right. I don't even think we can just flat call. Okay, they check to us. We don't get paid. Okay. Okay. I don't think we were going to... Oh, wow! Into aces. I don't think we were going to get paid re-raising on the turn anyway, to be honest. I think they'd given that up at that point. I think they made a play. It didn't work. Been called. I hope that causes a squeeze. I really, really hope that causes a squeeze. It doesn't cause a squeeze. And if they've got a 7, we're struggling. It's a bit of a dry flop. They've got... Ugh, I don't love the 8 either. I don't love the 8 either. Alright, I'm going to check call. We might have to fold the river if it comes bad enough. Check that out. Check that out for a turn card. For a river card. Yes! Yes, let's go! Let's go! They bluffed it! We found the call! We found the call! Woo! Oh, baby. Oh, baby. We're over doubled up! We haven't got a single bounty! We haven't got a single bounty, but we're over doubled up. 15 minutes after break, late registration ends. Break in 25 minutes. I mean, there's such a long way to go till the minimum payout, but just to let you know, in the million... Let's zoom out again. It's actually gone up. It's actually gone up from 191 to 197. I thought it always went down the more players entered, but obviously I don't fully understand the system. It's not too important. You don't play the system plays you. 4s in the cutoff. We might be able to set mine this. We're due a set. Slightly worried Russ shoves. DC Boo goes over the top. And then we fold. But for 660, it's not a disaster. The best thing would be if Russ flats. That would be very, very cool to have the short stack in and us looking for a set. They do shove. We do want to be in with this. Yeah, DC Boo pushes us out. With Jack 10, holy smoke. Seen some weird stuff tonight, but it was pocket queens anyway. We'd have needed the 4. Oh, the Jack 10 hits the hearts. Absolute disgrace. Runner, runner. Oh my goodness. All right, we're defending over here. 5-4. Hits the 5. Hoping for a cheap turn card. We don't want to go away yet. It was an under the gun raise. He is quite loose aggressive though. That is pretty cheap. That is pretty cheap. Now we got a straight flush draw. Open-ended. We're going to min re-raise and see what they do. They fold to an absolutely tiny min re-raise. Absolutely tiny min re-raise. I suddenly realized, like, what could they do? That was just a dream spot for a min re-raise. We take a really nice pot. 118,000. Come on. Come on. How do we not have a bounty with this with this stack size? Let's zoom out again. Ah. Thank you to my brother. Thanks, Baby Jock. Great to see you, man. All the best with the organizing of the next upcoming Home Nations, or is it Six Nations now, or is it Home Nations? Either way, doesn't matter. All the best, man. Very, very cool. You're getting that up and running again. A testament to you that it's sold out so fast. Hold the 10-6. Hold the ace-9. I think I need to chill out and recompose myself a little bit here. That was a lot of excitement. I'm kind of crashing off it a bit now. Oh, that ace's hand was stressful destroyer. So very nearly. Very nearly. Yeah, no, an ace is right. It put me to the ultimate test. Ooh, King Jack suited. In the big blind. And a bounty shove. We can come back over the top of this if no one else goes. We probably have to flat it if someone flats it. Or we could just let it go. But yeah, we're gonna... Oh, this has happened so much. Unbelievable. We make the right fold, but heart on the river? Heart on the river to break mine. That's all good. Wow, okay. King Jack of Spades in the small. It's just mocking me. Over average stack, baby! Love it. This is weird how much this player's limping, like half the hands, no matter the position. Oh, was not expecting that. What is going on? What is going on? Okay, blinds go up on our button. Good timing. Rubbish hand. We get quite a lot now until the blinds hiss. We got an M of 9, so got to be careful. Not same as earlier. Not desperate. Need to not throw our chips away now. It's too costly. If that was King 10 suited, we'd have raised that, but King 9 just a little too wide. Queen Jack cutoff's playable. Is it on a table where it's so aggressive? Actually, the blinds haven't been aggressive. Well, not 3-bet aggressive. The big blind has been aggressive. And the small blind calls a lot. But nonetheless, we will take another go. It's the right play. Do we finally just take a hand? We do! We do! And we're up chips in the tournament. Into kings! Into kings! Let's go. Let's absolutely go. Oh, into a shove. We are bounty hunting. This time there is no bullying us out of this. Oh my goodness. Into... We're either out or we're like tripling up. Tripling up with a bounty or out. Let's go. Let's go. If an ace comes, we're probably done. If someone hits a set, we're probably done. No one has aces. They both have an ace. Heart. Not a heart. Actually not a heart. Actually not a heart. Just like that, as Sunday Storm launches into action, we finally take a bounty on one of the tables. Not the table we'd have wanted, but that's fine. We'll take it and be very, very happy. But the chips are very significant. Huge amount of chips. 50 minutes to go until late registration ends, which is going to be half an hour after the break. So 50 minutes after the break for the million, half an hour after the break for the Storm for late registrations, and we can see how many players are getting paid and how many players are left. Gosh, we waited for that. We waited and waited for that. 8-4. Maybe one of the reasons. I've never ever thought about this. You know, I always say that 8-4 diamonds is my favorite hand. I've never ever thought about this. But I bet you one of the reasons why I like it so much is I was born in 8-4. How have I not put that together before? Me and Cohen again. This has been going on for 144 hands. Well done, Cohen. Well done. Oh, wow. When did... Hang on a sec. When did Basagol lose so many chips? We are getting this almost as a free roll for their bounty. Oh no. Oh no, Ace King calls. And we've missed. No! We lost more than I wanted. Well done, Ace King. We lost a lot more than I wanted. Darn, man. Well, that was for silly money, though. Like, we risked a decent chunk of our stack that we've lost. But if we'd hit at all, the 8-5, just either of them, or the straight, which all came close, we'd have made like $150 and an insane amount of chips. So that's why we did it. I feel like it was worth it. No regrets. Let's play our 80,000 stack. So yeah, just to be clear, the 19,000 stack had 100 in bounties, not 50. They'd previously taken 2 bounties themselves. Talking of situations, King Queen offsuit. Is a fold, I think. Would have had the queen high flush draw. You're never sure. You're never sure with the queen high flush draw. Nice, BB Jock. I hope the barbarians do carry on in the open. The problem with I've confirmed, well, not confirmed. I've penciled in doing the earlier in the month Birmingham tournament again for Wales. So it's a little inconvenient family-wise to try and do both. So I'll leave the open. But if Wales call me up for the Six Nations, I probably will try and play both. Because I don't really play much else in the year at the moment, and I'll probably do the same again next year. 2 in that month, not much else. Like Water Bowl, because I can do that from home. Not literally, but you know, I don't have to stay anywhere. I can still be around for the family outside of the game times. NAFC, because I freaking love it. It's just my favorite thing in the world. And then those two, and then maybe like one of Thulian's one dayers and Stunty Slam, which is another home one dayer, and that's it. Oh, such a shame the 8-5 didn't hit. All right, well, time for King 9 suited in the big blind to redeem the 8-5. We can certainly defend if Cohen doesn't shove it up, and he doesn't. This could be it. I'm going to check, hoping for a C-bet, and then we get to see what Cohen does, and then we can re-raise. Do we get Cohen's 4,600? Yes, we do. That's what we wanted. And we get the initial raiser to fold. And Cohen hopefully doesn't have a set. I mean, we're drawing live if they do, but we want our overcards to be good. Here we go. Oh, no! They've got a bigger flush draw. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of our roller coaster, but sadly completely fruitless in the end, Sunday Million attempt. The only flush draw we didn't want flipped over there, but saying that, they hit one of their cards on the river anyway, so if that had happened, that'd been even more gutting had we had the bigger flush draw. Shame it wasn't us that hit on the river, but them's the breaks. Them's the breaks. But we're not currently short stacked anymore in the storm. So let's play this to the best of our ability. Thank you so much again to my benefactor for the million. Sorry, sorry, it didn't come to anything. So close. So close. We were 6 outing, any king, any 9. We were 6 outing on the flop, barring a redraw. So if one was a king or a 9, redraw being like a club on the other one. But we had 2 of the clubs blocks. Or like the 9 comes and then they hit the jack, something like that. Well, I didn't get to see it. As in, like, hold it in my hand, see it. This probably should have been a 3-bet. This is pretty close. If they'd been more aggressive, I'd have definitely have 3-bet. Okay, so we got a gut shot. We got overcards and a gut shot to the nuts. That's pretty strong. Yeah, I don't hate. I do hate semi-bluff in this. Somebody could have had a 9. Check on the flop, raise the 9 now. Does make a lot of sense. Kootenai. It could be semi-bluffing a draw. Maybe just walk away from this. We took our card. It came bad. The Bengals not looking good for us, sadly, in the on the bet for free tickets department. Just absolutely double checking it was the Bengals. It was.
I like this bitch got her own colour.
Oh, we just had a $3 reward from PokerStars. Funny. Wow, would have won that one. What a crazy pot. Sorry, click the right table capture so we're getting the right information. Oh, really, BB John? Because the Wales captain already, I think, thought it was, and already like asked if I'd play it. Two one-day events seems weird. I've never heard of 2 one-day events before. Ace Jack of Spades, and we hit top. Can we get a bounty? Nope. Have to accept what's there. Go on, let's get ourselves a loose, aggressive reputation. I'd normally In a lot of spots, I'd like to fold this, but I'm very happy to let it go to a 3-bet or whatever, and then play. But now I'll just play tighter after this one. This time we'll check behind, because as well as overcards, we've got the gut shot. It's not quite good enough to like get all in with pre. Sorry, get all in with on the flop. But it certainly could become a monster. Again, what's with these 9s on the turn after its middle pair on the flop? What am I saying I've got if I bet this? Just like, I've got ace king, you've got worse. Please fold. Yep, it works. I really feel, please fold is the wrong thing to say. I really feel like that hand was, I've got ace king. I know you've got worse than me. So I'm going to protect my ace high. Ooh, free flop. Nope. Thanks, Jay Vazza. It was a really fun tournament, and I thought for the most part it went really well. Just such a shame that we somehow didn't walk away with a single bounty, despite over doubling up and then taking a shot at 2 bounties, and then that last chance to get a really huge stack with a king 9 running into exactly the wrong, like, just couldn't have been a worse hand to run into. Didn't seem very likely to be the ace high flush. Fair play, Cap. All right, this is definitely a 3-bet this time. And I've hardly 3-bet. Yeah, nice, we just take it. Beautiful. Okay. If it folds around, or if there's a limper, we're interested. But yeah, I think we've got to respect a raise, even a min raise. Especially from them. They've been pretty tight. They've probably raised almost the least on the table. Kootenay is raised by far the least on the table. He hasn't raised a single hand after that. Oh! That crept up on me quick. Break time. See you in 5.
Yeah, I'm a bit sickly of it now, so I'm going to stop eating that. I think it's been in the fridge as well, it's hard, it feels dead. But yeah, the flavours are nice.
Have I said I'm popping around to see Dave Tuesday night for no goodies? If it's okay.
Tuesday night? Tuesday night?
Yeah.
On the 10th?
Yeah. We can, obviously, if it had been a problem, we can rearrange. Also, Ted has literally just asked me if I can do Tuesday the 27th.
Right, hold on with your mandate.
Okay. That would probably be here. Oh no, sorry, no. Oh, how Staves. Take it from here.
Actually, I like going that utility so bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice, so nice. I can't wait for that.
And I know it's not as good as the utility, but not terrible right this second.
How many did you get on it? There's like
Yeah.
that
Yeah, yeah.
thing up in the museum kitchen. There's no point in having Zelda's crafts here.
Yeah.
We should sit at the kitchen.
Once you sort the kitchen and some space, yeah, there's going to be a good knock-on effect going on. Right.
Going.
It isn't very likely, but you never know. Like, it's not impossible right now because I've tripled up. I know she can't stay too long, she's got the thing. But she can just make sure. Like, she's going to be here when me and Zelda get back. She can probably, like, explain. Just get Zelda down.
Especially if you wash them so bad. Tell you what,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Jarvis thing. And it's still very unlikely right now, but I'll know by more. Right. Oh, hey, Hydromus. Good to see you, man. Yeah, we just bust. Yeah, thanks, man. It's alright. It's poker, isn't it? Yeah, we stayed in for hours. It was really fun. We got over-doubled up at some point, but didn't take any bounties. We tried to take, like, a triple bounty at one point. Missed completely. And then we got in with a king-eye flush draw and overcards. But it turned out to be against the ace-eye flush draw. So we were drawing a bit thinner than we wanted and didn't hit. So, like you say, that's... well, sorry, like I said, that's poker. It's okay. Yeah, the dream score, exactly, man. Life-changing money online there, isn't there? Dirty fake game, yeah, tell me about it. Oh, okay, BB Jar, that makes some sense. Thanks for the explanation. Oh, wow. Flush draw again? What is going on? Well, let's say we've got the ace and see if they believe us. Oh, fantastic, BB Jock. I'll try and catch the VOD. Thanks, man. 6 high takes it. Happy days. Flush draw or no flush draw. What, my birthday?
Hotel?
Oh, I did tomorrow's. Yeah. Yeah, okay. But then yeah, we need to do more tomorrow, I'm making out.
Okay. It would be like, no, it's just that it's still at this,
We need to decide. I've got the money for now. What? Oh, middle pair gut shot. That's weird. I think this is a check behind. I really don't want to get check raised. What a weird hand. I guess it's a fold now. Wasn't meant to be. We got away for cheap. King, queen in the big blind. Good night, Store. Thanks so much for being here, man. Oh. Oh, this could be pretty wide. And they've got quite a big bounty. Going for it. Raggy ace. We miss. We need the 10. Miracle 10 or king or queen. Yes, miracle 10. Miracle 10. We get the bounty. It's a big un. It was like $3.68. Ooh, straight to 4s. We're going to set mine, though. It's a big stack that's raised. We haven't hit a set yet today. We still haven't hit one now, but I don't think we want to give this up automatically. If they did this with 2 big cards and they've been raising pretty wide, that makes that more likely, then we are still probably ahead. Feels like they're saying they've hit that jack. Or the flush, but I feel like we call. They did hit that jack. Talking of jacks. Where was that kind of luck with the king queen in the Sunday Million? Okay. If Derpst comes in here, we want to re-raise. They don't. Well, the good news is this looks very, very weak. And we could get shoved on. They've got really good ranges for shoving on us here. But Kootenay is not a raiser. They haven't raised a single hand. He's a caller, though. He's a real caller, and he folds. Wow, that's a shame. I guess jacks can easily get outdrawn on a flop. Yeah, sorry for the spoil. I won't spoil any of the others, but Bengals lose, man. How have the Bengals lost to the Pats? That wrecks us. That really hurts. No, we don't need this at all. We've got like a Sunday Million ticket in the bank. That's the big one. But aside, some sort of a cash in the storm here would really help. Ace Jack. Somebody maybe sitting out for some reason. Oh. Don't love being called by a pretty big stack on the button. I would have much rather been playing this in position against blind short stacks. And we've hit middle pair on a very drawy board. Deary me. Nine's on the turn, man. All day. What on earth? Right, we'll put in a very small protection bet. I don't think a small bet does any protection, to be honest. It's not ridiculously likely they've got the flush. Yeah, they check down with us and we've got it. Nice. Do they have like a pocket pair? Pocket fours. Yep, called it. Okay. Good. It was a value bet. That's what it was. Ay caramba. It's my problem these days. I get really... start to get sleepy at like 9. It's not good when you got to play till 1 in the morning. Oh well, sometimes, actually, some of my biggest cashes, especially live back in the day, so many of my biggest cashes were when I was tired. And I'm talking like, weirdly, 2 of my biggest ever cashes were after I'd pulled all-nighters doing an essay. So I'd been awake for over 24 hours. Because I'd stayed awake through to the next evening, and then somebody had gone, "Coming to this poker tournament?" And I'm like, oh my goodness, I was just going to bed. But yes. And I think it just made me so tight. That was probably a good thing back in the day, right? Like, if you were just super tight aggressive, you could probably be very profitable. It's a bit more nuanced these days. It's still not the absolute worst thing. Queen 10 off in the big? We've had worse hands, haven't we? It's interesting. Yeah, we're gonna defend that. Wow. Oh, it's a shame we don't have a heart. We don't have a heart. Oh, they're quite big stacked as well. Let's peel one card. It's a good card. It's a good card. That's a pretty good card. Yeah, baby. Oh my goodness. I was just going to say, it literally, the cards turned over as I was trying to say it. I was like, jacks? Turned over jacks? Turned over jacks. This is a shove. All day, every day. And an 8th day of the week that I've invented so that I get more time off. What would you call an 8th day of the week, Mrs. Reckless? Stars Day? No? You don't like that one? Stacks Day. Yeah. That's good for poker. Poker stacks. Stacks Day. Yeah, there you go. Tell your governments. You're not allowed to work any more days of the week, but there's now Stacks Day as an 8th day of the week. So decrees Rick Reckless. I really want to defend this. This is where my tired brain is just taking me like a moment to clock the situation because that's a really clear fold. But I was like, but it's connected suited. Yes, but Rick, it's poker. But it's connected suited. No, fold. Nope. Well, okay, now I'm at the Sun a Million. I could treat myself to having some silent NFL on Sky Go on my phone. So that I can glance at that occasionally to check the scores. What's the match that's on now? And more importantly, do I have any fancy football players in it? Probably not, because I don't think my fantasy football's saying I've got anybody live. So then the second question is, does my opponent have any players? I do have 2 wide receivers to go. Cleveland and Dallas. Oh, Ace Jack suited in the big. They play later tonight. And then much later. No, that is about to kick off now, right? Maybe it just hasn't kicked off yet. Okay, so I think I've got 2 about to start. And then I've got my tight end plays later, which is Laporta, who might be the best in the league. Therefore, the best in the world. I'd probably still say Travis Kelce, but some of the stats reckoned it was Laporta now. My opponent's kicker has just started. He's still got his quarterback to go. That's why he's such a big favourite. Okie dokie. Okay, what have we got here? Cowboys. Yeah. Yeah, that is the game that's going to be on Sky. My 2 wide receivers. I've got Cooper for the Browns and Lamb for the Cowboys. And my opponent, yeah, has the Cowboys kicker. No, the Cowboys tight end. Oh wow. Okay. I guess wow. This could short stack us horribly immediately. I think it probably just puts a free 10,000 in the pot, which is amazing. It could get us another bounty. They call. Oh my goodness, with a terrible hand, and they've hit a flush draw and overcards, and they've hit the flush. What? We got called by Queen Jack suited for an 100,000 pot. And they hit the flush. Oh boy. Okay. Well, this might be good night, ladies and gents. See if we can get a bit of luck here. We actually are very live. If we hit either of these, we're right in it, and we don't. And we don't. Did the Queen 10 win? The Queen 8. We were the Queen 10. The Queen 8 won. Deary me. Ay, caramba. Man, that was like virtually a definite cash plus bounties galore if we'd won that last pot. Oh well. Oh well. I honestly can't quite get over Queen Jack. Thank you so much for being here, ladies and gentlemen. They were both incredibly fun. Sadly, they weren't incredibly profitable on this occasion, but if we keep playing like that, I think they will be in the future. And we'll definitely be playing the next Million and Storm next week. Hopefully I'll be back on Friday for an earlier stream than that. And we'll be playing another one, hopefully the week after, but definitely, if not, the week after that. Cheers, everybody. Let's give somebody a raid. Woo! And that, love, is me done.